You're a gym or studio owner struggling to get new clients each month, wasting money on ads that are not generating high quality leads for your gym, and struggling to grow your gym in 2025. In this video, I'm going to show you a new way to grow your gym that is generating on average 20.8 new clients every single month, with those clients paying on average between $217 and $325 for their membership, which is the same as adding just over $4,500, almost $7,000 every single month in new monthly recurring revenue. Now, this is the first video in a 6-part video series where I show you how to scale to 20 new member months without free trials or discounted offers. Now, my name is Joel Kokas. I have owned 4 gyms since 2016 that did $2.5 million per year while working about 10 hours per week in my business. And I have spent the last 4 years as the executive director of marketing and business development for a fitness franchise. But I've sold my 4 gyms and left my position to help you and other gym owners be successful. Now, why is getting new leads and clients for your gym or studio so hard in 2025? First, consumer confidence is at one of the lowest points in the last 10 years. Second, interpersonal trust hasn't been this low in the last 40 years. Third, the honeymoon phase is over. And what I mean by that is about 5 to 10 years ago, everything was relatively new. CrossFit, group fitness, fitness franchises like F45, Orange Theory, Burn Bootcamp, etc. These were all new and people wanted to give them a try. So therefore, marketing was relatively easy. You could market free trials and low barrier offers, which are things like 21 days for $21. And it worked very well because of the early adopter effect. But now everyone has either tried these programs or they know what they're all about. So free or discounted offers isn't enough anymore to get new people through your doors. And finally, the transformation play is drying up fast. It's maybe almost dead. Now, a little bit of a backstory. I ran my first 6-week transformation challenge in April of 2016. And when I did that, I had 175 people join that challenge. Now, at the time, nobody was really running transformation challenges. And from 2016 until about 2020, I could run these challenges and get anywhere from about 40 to 80 new people join every single time. It was pretty easy. Then Gym Launch came around and they popularized the 6-week challenge. And then what happened was from 2020 until 2024, I noticed you could still run a transformation challenge, but the days of getting 40 plus people were over. And my team had to work much harder to get even 15 new clients to join when we were running our challenges. The 2 reasons it's become so difficult to run these transformation challenges is because so many gyms were now running them. And because of that, our market had seen these challenges for years and years, and we created market fatigue, just like what is happening around your gym or studio. So when you combine the fact that consumer confidence is at one of the lowest points in the last 10 years, interpersonal trust hasn't been this low in the last 40 years, the fitness honeymoon phase is over, and all gyms are running the same offers, whether that's free trials, LBOs, or challenges, it's no wonder you can't get any new leads and clients for your gym. But there is some good news. There's a new way to sign up 15 to 25 new clients every month, even in 2025. And I call this the gym growth flywheel. Now, there are 3 important elements of the gym growth flywheel. First is the client clarity system. In 2025, you need to niche down to find a new dream client so that you can attract new, better quality clients to your gym or your studio. Now, up until late 2024 and into 2025, gyms have been able to get away with marketing to a wider audience. So, for example, it's very common for a lot of gyms to market to women 25 to 55, for example. So it's a wide range. But due to all gyms running the same offers to roughly the same audience, this no longer works that well. And instead, I have found that you need to identify a new dream client by niching down and discovering more specific problems, pains, and desires of this dream client. When you do that, you know their age range, their struggles, and what problems you are trying to solve with your program. And when you do all of this, you can speak their language in a way that attracts them to your gym or your studio. So for example, let's say that you're a large group fitness program whose clients are mainly female. Instead of marketing to women 25 to 55 in your community, which is very common, let's say you niche down and now you target women 40 to 60 who are struggling with weight gain and negative symptoms associated with menopause and hormonal imbalances. When you do this, what happens is you can start to connect and attract more and better leads and clients, because now instead of having a wide audience where you can't really go that deep in terms of your messaging, now you have a narrow audience that you can go very deep with, because all of the problems and desires and the goals of your audience are all roughly the same. Whereas a female who's 25 has a lot different goals than maybe a female who's 55. Element number 2 is a content system. And in 2025, you need to rebuild that lost trust and that consumer confidence that currently exists. And you do this with content. Interpersonal trust and consumer confidence are at some of the lowest points in history. So we need to build that trust back up. And content is the number one way to build trust because it showcases you, your clients, and your gym in an authentic and genuine way. Now, in fact, just about a year ago, Google released a study and it showed what they called the 7-11-4 rule. And what that means is, on average, before someone is ready to make a buying decision, they need to consume 7 hours of content across 11 different touch points in 4 different areas before they are ready. So in a nutshell, they just need to consume content to build up that trust with you before they're ready to buy. That is why we need to do this in 2025. And until 2025, we've been lucky because we've been able to build a business without having to really need content. But that's no longer the case. And if you don't start now, you will get left behind very quickly. And the last component is a ramp-up program. In 2025, you need to set yourself apart from all the other noise by creating a one-of-a-kind ramp-up program. Now, this would be the front-end program that all new clients are going to do when they join your program. It's what you're going to market and sell. It can be anywhere from 12 to 4 weeks in length. I find 6 to 9 weeks is really the sweet spot. And it's a results-based transformation program. It's something that's very high touch, very high engagement, where you're delivering results, but also building amazing rapport and delivering an incredible client experience to this new member. And because when you build it, it's unique to you and it's unique to your avatar. So no other gym and studio can really run the same offer compared to if you just run a free trial. Now, once you have your ramp-up program, the secret sauce is now being able to market the transformational benefits of that program, because benefits are no longer good enough when you do your marketing. Now, what's a benefit? A benefit is when you say something like, with my program, you'll lose weight. That's great. However, everybody says that. Or you get stronger. Everybody says that. So how do you set yourself apart? You use a transformational benefit targeted at your new dream client. For example, lose weight so that you can reclaim your body that you lost from hormonal imbalances. You could see that if your new dream client was a woman 40 to 60, this might really resonate with them. Now, if your new dream client was young male athletes, this wouldn't resonate with them at all. But that's why it's so powerful, because when we niche down and we identify this new dream client, and then we build a program specifically for them, and then we market it in a way that really solves the problems that they have, that is what allows you to explode in 2025. Now, right now, gyms that are implementing the gym growth flywheel are signing up 15 to 25 new clients every month, with the average at the time of recording this video being 20.8 new members. Now, these aren't trials. These are clients. These are new members in your gym who are committed to your program, and they're paying anywhere between $217 and $325 per month. This is adding over $4,500 to almost $7,000 in new monthly recurring revenue every single month. And you don't have to run free trials. You don't have to run low barrier offers, because those don't attract the right style of client that's going to build a profitable gym and a sustainable business for you. And you don't have to run the classic challenge that really has a lot of market fatigue associated with it right now. Now, this is what I used to call the offer funnel, and this is what most gyms run in terms of marketing, and it worked up until 2025. We'd run a simple Facebook ad, we'd collect the lead through a lead form, we'd do a little bit of lead nurture or lead follow-up, and then we would book them for an appointment and sell them and gain a new client. And it worked really well if you executed it. But that no longer works, and instead we need to implement what I call the gym growth flywheel, and it looks like this. First, we identify your new dream client. Then once we do that, we have specific targeted content that builds trust with that audience that currently doesn't exist in the marketplace. Then we hit them with my P2 ad system, which is a combination of branding and call to action ads, which are your DR ads. With those, we are marketing your new ramp-up program that, again, is targeted towards your new dream client. Then we put them in a new subscriber sequence, which builds trust even faster. And what that does is that produces high quality leads that turn into high quality clients so that you can build a massively successful gym in 2025. And because you are attracting dream clients, they then get the best results, and you can produce case studies that then you can turn around and put back into your content. And this is why this creates a flywheel rather than a funnel and allows you to attract and grow in 2025. So using the Gym Growth Flywheel, what we do is we create an ecosystem that builds trust and authority, and at the same time attracts the best clients because we're niching down with our ramp up program. And when you implement the Gym Growth Flywheel, you can get results like Ryan, who in the month of April signed up 29 new members into his gym. Shayna, who in the first 3 months of 2025 signed up 64 new members. Or Becky, who you can see is averaging about 20 new members every single month in Q1 of 2025. Now, in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to dive deeper into the components of the Gym Growth Flywheel, and we're going to start with the client clarity system.